Hello everybody, welcome to another game featuring Animar. Actually the Animar mirror match. So we'll mulligan this. This hand is terrible. This hand is not great, but a 5 is probably not going to be much better. That card might be relevant. And I do actually have an answer to Animar, which is important. So I'm just gonna try and buy some time. And hope maybe he can't cast Animar right on time. Basic land is a good sign. And there's what I need to cast my Animar. I don't currently have any creatures to start pumping them on turn 4, but I have a couple draw steps to fix that. Another basic land. Also a good sign that he might not be able to cast his Animar at the right time. He clearly drew that Elves. Let's go ahead and play this tapped. That was actually a huge mistake. Doesn't ultimately end up mattering. Normally I would want a Cyclonic Rift, like if he did play Animar. That explosive vegetation could be problematic for me. There's actually a really good draw. One that allows me to play a creature and Cyclonic Rift in the same turn. There's some argument for holding on to Cyclonic Rift as, you know, a sweeper. This deck does not have those in abundance. The issue with that, though, is if it's anything like my deck, he's playing like probably a significant number of enter the battlefield effect creatures, and letting him just reset on that is probably going to be really bad. Alright, let's see what he's got. Fierce Empath. That's not good for me. Rapacious One. Remember, that's an interesting choice. There's some risk here, instead of doing that while he's tapped out, that, you know, he might play a counter spell, but luckily he taps his mana in such a way to show that that's not the case. Well, maybe he doesn't. So I'm just going to have to wait till the end of his... Okay, yeah, that's fine. We will bounce his Animar. It's not huge yet, and of course recasting it is not a huge problem for him yet. blue. With this deck, when in doubt, always get blue. So you can do things like cast Magus of the Future and other nonsense on the same turn. If this survives, obviously this can pull me way ahead. I don't know what else is in his hand. There's a really good chance, though, it's gonna probably rake me over the coals. So let's see what he's got. I suspect he might have an Eldrazi. Otherwise, I'm not sure why you would necessarily grab Rapacious One. Ugh. That's really not good for me. Let's see what he can do with it. Weird. Here, time to spin the cascade die. I guess that does give him a ton of chump blockers, and of course he can still keep attacking. Not the greatest, but sure. That's actually a good one. That could not have been a luckier draw. Nope, can't kill that. He only has 2 power, so he can't actually kill anything except that Solemn Simulacrum. Blocking that Soul of the Harvest seems kind of foolish. I don't know if he didn't realize it has trample or what. I'm just going to go ahead and sack this to give myself the maximum amount of mana to work with this turn. Alright, so this turn has the potential to be pretty bonkers and probably close out the game. The funny thing about Animar mirror matches is they're basically who can snowball harder. You would think getting that, if he had an Eldrazi, getting that hidden with the Rapacious one probably could have closed out the game pretty hardcore. But he didn't, so let's play this Teferi to force any counter he has out right now. And he has none. And a lot of bricks. We'll see what he can do with these. I want to keep Architect, or sorry, Archetype of Endurance in my hand because I want something to feed to this Survival of the Fittest next turn. That's a little unfortunate, but we'll see what he comes back with. Alright, let's see if he can stop this. Now that's just cruel. Thankfully, I'm not entirely sure it's going to actually be enough. Alright, let's just swing in and hopefully put this game out of reach for him. So I talked in the deck tech about different approaches to Animar decks. This is certainly one example of that, where we only saw 3 other creatures besides Animar. Instead, we see a lot of these control elements, Ruination to kind of gets you. Explosive vegetation, chain reaction, which seems rather bizarre in an Animar deck. I'm not sure that's the most efficient way to build it, but you know, that's what he chose to do, and ultimately his Animar didn't really matter in that game. But anyway, I hope that was a good illustration of, at least from my side of the table, kind of the resilience and kind of snowballiness of the deck, that, you know, you can get your entire board wiped. You saw a completely nutty turn. You saw ruination a little too late in the game to make an impact, but hopefully you enjoyed this video.